What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Nerd Lounge 2.0. My name is Austin. This is my beautiful, amazing, perfect, awesome wife, Ray. We are your friendly neighborhood movie review watch couple, movies and shows. And this week, we are nerding out on Jurassic World Rebirth. It's the rebirth of the world of the Jurassics. It's very cool. So we're talking about that. So I was a slack this week and I didn't prepare a nerd breaker. I was thinking of a nerd breaker. I have half of a nerd breaker. So the nerd breaker that I was thinking of was, did Jurassic Park Rebirth just copy a bunch of other movies? This is the monster from Star Wars. Mm. Did they just copy the Rancor monster from Star Wars for the end dinosaur? That was the first thing I thought of when I saw it at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, kinda.
They look pretty similar, I think.
Yeah, they look a little similar.
And then another one that I thought of was, did they copy the temple scene from Indiana Jones where he's doing the egg? I got a lot of Indiana Jones vibes.
Yeah.
From that one.
Yeah, right? I can agree with that one, yeah.
Another one was when he was falling off the cliff, he fell under the trees, which was pretty much like a pretty clear copy of Avatar, where he's jumping between the giant leaves of the trees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but I know that all movies pull from other movies, but this one just seemed pretty blatant to me. They seemed I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, that's from that movie. Oh, this is from that movie. That's the vibes I got, man. So that was half of a nerd breaker. That was all I could think of. Yeah. So, is there anything else interesting that we watched this week that wasn't Jurassic World?
We started Squid Games. I watched the second season because I told the kids that I would watch the third season. I would watch the second season when the third season came out. Mm-hmm. So I started watching that second season. Kind of crazy. Okay. Third season, also pretty crazy so far. I'm not done with it. I think I'm on episode, was it 5 is the jump rope game?
The jump rope game, I think, was episode, I want to say 3 and 4. Okay,
well, pretty brutal so far.
Or 4 and 5, yeah. It could be, it's 3 or 4 or 4 and 5, yeah.
Yeah. So
because the last episode is 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be 4 and 5. It could be 4 and 5, I'm not sure, but yeah.
So watched Squid Games, of course, watched Love Island. I thought I watched a movie this week. I did. Remember I told you? I was like, I watched. Was it that bad? It was unmemorable. Hold on, text check. I have to literally type in, I'm watching. I don't remember. You don't remember?
I think I remembered the I'm watching part.
I think maybe it was just Squid Game, but I thought I watched a movie.
I don't know if I remember.
Oh, geez. Well, if it was that unmemorable, then it wasn't worth talking about. So, because I don't remember it.
Yeah, if we figure it out in post, I'll put the poster of it in the video. But
that was what I watched. What did you watch? I know you watched a bunch of stuff this week.
What did I watch? Well, I watched Sinners, which is on HBO Max, and I gotta say, guys, a little overrated. I think. It's good. It's really good. It's compelling. It's Ryan Coogler. It's Michael B. Jordan. But I don't know, man. I went in with super high expectations because everyone's hyping it up so much. Mm-hmm. So I think it didn't reach I'm expecting 10 out of 10, the best movie of the decade.
Yeah. I have not watched it yet. My mom is really adamant about this movie. She has a lot to talk about this film. So maybe we can get her to talk about it, give her opinion. But I have not seen it.
That'd be fun.
She may be down. She might not be down. Who knows?
Maybe we could just get a recording of it and put it online or something.
Maybe.
If she doesn't want to be on video.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. No. Oh, so yeah. So I watched that. I'm trying to watch a lot of movies as much as I can. Trying to watch more movies. Trying to make a new video series where I watch movies and then I talk about it, but then I have to film that. So, but I'm also very lazy. So.
At least he admits it.
Yes. But yeah, so that's our cool little thing. What other movies have you guys watched recently? Any recommendations? Movies you want us to watch and review or react to? We could do reactions, things like that. But I think we could just go right into Jurassic World here, which I think would be fun. So a brief overview of this movie is that it takes place 5 years after Dominion. And it's like kind of the classic trope of like the lawyer guy or the representative of the company wants to go to the thing to get the samples from the monster, from the whatever they're called, the dinosaurs, to cure heart disease. And then they have to recruit like the special agent people, and there's like the historian guy who's the dinosaur expert guy.
His name is
Henry, yes. And they got to recruit him, and there's like the team of like the other people that are like pretty nameless, that don't have much to them, and then they meet a family that's like sailing across the Atlantic, and they're involved. So that's pretty much the movie in a nutshell. It's an adventure on a dinosaur island.
Yeah. Pretty. Yeah, that's what it is.
So this is a spoiler review of Jurassic World Rebirth. Because it's a world now. It's like a series of islands. Because all the dinosaurs have to live near the equator because the environment is better for them. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you can't travel there. It's expressly forbidden. But it's like, but they also say like nobody travels there. So how is it like monitored? You know?
Yeah.
That was kind of a question I had. But all right, rating, spoiler review. We'll do the rating later. Likes and dislikes. I like Scarlett Johansson because she's just Scarlett Johansson. I think she's a good actor. She's charismatic. I don't know. The cast was all right.
I thought the cast was okay. You know, for me, I literally told Austin, I was like, it's Scarlett Johansson being a little bit of Black Widow still, you know, which is kind of cool to see because she's obviously not playing that role anymore. So you get that little bit of feel from her in this movie.
To still see her in like an action movie.
Yeah. Everyone's talking about how hot the doctor, or not the Dr. Henry is, the scientist. Everyone's like, oh my God, he's such a hot actor. I don't know his name, the actor's name.
I don't know the actor's name, but he's Fiyero in Wicked.
Well, yeah, everyone's like, oh my God, he's so hot in this movie. Oh my God. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, duh.
I mean, the glasses are working.
Yeah, the glasses are not. So I was literally thinking, I was like, Austin's got to get some of those glasses.
He's got those glasses. And he's got the scruff, you know?
Typical like bad guy, you know. I thought he was okay.
Yeah.
Could have played a little bit more into like the bad guy. Well, he's not like a bad guy, but in the end, he's a little bit of a bad guy. It
seems like he's not. His motivations are not absurdly villainous, but like the way that he will achieve his goal can create villainy. Yeah, by any means necessary. Exactly. Yeah. And that means people dying and stuff like that. Yeah. So
family characters, they were great. I wish there was a little bit more I guess I hate when these movies just kind of jump in and don't give more of like a backstory to them, even though they're like, oh, time, cost, production, all that. They can't really sit down and do that. I get it, but it's just like this family on a boat. Older daughter's getting ready to go to college. One last hurrah, you know. Mm-hmm. Random boyfriend, lazy as hell. I thought he was super funny.
He was like a decent comic relief that wasn't overly goofy.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Casting, I thought was okay. I thought it was alright. I didn't have a problem with any of the people who were cast for their character. Is that right? Is that a word? Character position.
Archetype.
There you go.
I think of the word archetype. Yes.
There you go, honey. It's my dictionary. He's my thesaurus.
Yeah. There was definitely like the classic, like the guy who drives the boat, the security guard guy, the boat mechanic French guy was there, and like the other like kind of armed security lady who was part of the team, you know. I was watching it in theaters. We were watching it in theaters. And I see Ed Skrein walk out. And I'm like, yeah, dude, Ed Skrein's in this movie. Awesome. And then I'm like, 10 minutes later, I guess Ed Skrein's not really in this movie. Because he gets absolutely taken out. And like from like his introduction to him like getting eaten was like probably like 20 minutes or something. Like not even, maybe like 15 minutes. Yeah.
And it happened pretty fast.
It was pretty ridiculous. I was like, dude, this movie's gonna be sick. And then he just was the first one to go. But that could also just be, I don't know, that could also just be like a artistic choice that they wanted to make or something. But I thought you don't have too much about your characters. You do get some about Scarlett Johansson, who's like got like her husband or whatever,
Her partner,
or someone died in
in a car bomb.
Yeah, in like a military type of incident.
Mm-hmm.
And you have like a little bit, it seems like, with Mahershala Ali, with like, I guess
Kincaid.
They Kincaid, and then they like divorced, and like I guess like the son
passed away
or something, and they had divorced because of it. Yeah, so there is like some moments with the characters. There's a little bit of backstory. You don't have too much
heartfelt moments.
Yeah, you don't have too much with the doctor. You don't have like any with like the pharmaceutical representative guy. A little bit with the family. The family, honestly, I feel like they kind of get more of the spotlight, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, I don't know. I was a little bit disappointed in this movie. Just like a little bit. Just like a smidge. Just a smidge. Just because the fact it kind of just like jumps in to them saying that they're mutating these dinosaurs. You see the dinosaurs like in the glass that have been mutated, obviously like ones that didn't come out right.
Yeah.
And then you don't really see like any other science-y thing of how, I guess, they're doing these mutations, you know? I would have liked to see that, but maybe they didn't do that, because then people would be like, oh my god, that's like animal cruelty, and you know, we have to nowadays conform all these films to fit everyone. So maybe that's why. That bummed me out.
Yeah, and it's like the opening scene, which I want to talk about a little bit, was like what, 17 years after like the park closed or something like that, or 17 years before, or like 17 years sometime. And so like, does that mean that it was like that stuff was happening during like Jurassic Park 3 time or something like that? Like it said like 2008, right? I think it said like some 2008 or 2006 or something like that. I think that was like one of like the a Jurassic Park 3 range, or between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World, and like nothing else hints to like that happening. But I don't think that little scientist guys hint to like them being InGen or anything like that. Because if it was InGen, we probably would have like known some. InGen is like the big manufacturer, whatever, of the dinosaurs and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. It did seem kind of shoehorned in there a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. There's this movie, I feel like for me, and I feel like why it's kind of so hard for me to talk about a little bit, I wouldn't say that it jumped around a lot. I would say that it felt like it was just place, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not saying that it didn't flow, but in my mind, it's like when I'm thinking about one part of the film, I find myself thinking about another part of the film and replacing it with that part. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
It's like I'm thinking about the beginning, but then my mind jumps to like the end. And like, okay, so like for me, like I'm thinking about the beginning of the film of like them being on the boat and they're trying to get the Monsterosaurus and all that. And then for me, like everything that kind of happened in the middle is not there, and I'm at the end. Like what is supposed to be the meat and the potatoes of the film for me is missing.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying now?
Sure, I think so. Yeah, the pacing was a little off because you're following two
different stories.
You're following the family, and then you're following like the group.
Yeah.
And then they meet up at the end, but it does feel a little bit choppy because we have to like see what they're doing, then we got to see what this group is doing, then we got to see and then they're being chased by something, and then there's something going on over here.
Yeah.
It does feel a little bit jumpy in that regard. I don't disagree. I feel like maybe, I don't know. The pacing was a little bit off. It was a little bit slow at the very beginning, but it kind of picked up. I mean,
I literally told Austin, we were like, maybe 30 minutes into the movie, and I was like, this shit is boring. If something spectacular does not happen at the end of this movie, I'm going to be so pissed. But it did. It got better towards the end of the film.
Yeah, they definitely had a lot of dinosaurs, which was cool. Mutated dinosaurs.
The one thing I did notice too, and I will say, there was not a whole lot of, for you guys to be on this island with all these mutation of dinosaurs, and what, I guess they've been there for like a day. They were there for like a day.
They're there for like a day and a half, I think.
Yeah. Well, they said that she said the helicopter was going to come at like 6 a.m., 2 a.m. or something like that.
On the second evening. So the first evening they were like, oh, okay, we'll close it up and we'll go search in the morning for the mosasaur, and then everything happened in seems like one day. Seems like now that you mention it, seems like it was 2 days, because they said the second, or no, but then
See what I mean?
The second evening was that full day of the evening of the next day. Yeah, so yeah, it was like whatever, the entire movie was like 14 hours or whatever.
So I'm just saying, like, and people are always getting mad at me because I'm comparing the last film that was made to the films that were made before. If they weren't meant to be compared, then they wouldn't spin off of the films that they've made before. They would pick a different name. They would pick a different route. You see what, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. You guys, apparently I'm not allowed to have an opinion, and we shouldn't have a podcast, but I could really care less. I lost my train of thought because I got pissed for a second.
You're talking about like making a sequel about a thing, but you're not supposed to compare it to the other thing.
So like in the original Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, Jurassic Park Dominion, Jurassic Park Lost World, I feel like there's a whole lot more dinosaur chase scenes.
They had like a couple chase scenes. There was like the one chase scene at the end where they were in like those tunnels.
Yeah, what was another one?
I guess there wasn't one. I guess there wasn't one, because like even the giant dinosaur at the end didn't really chase them. They kind of came to it.
I mean, I guess you have like the T-Rex trying to get them in the raft, but that was
a pretty good scene.
Yeah, but I feel like in other Jurassic Parks, there's, for instance, like always a raptor. There's always a raptor, some kind of raptor lingering around. There's always we did see the one dinosaur, and the crazy part about it is that our daughter knows all of these dinosaurs' names, and I know none. So there was the one that had the little thing that comes outside of his head. That spits like the acid or whatever it is.
Yeah.
There was one of those.
It's called Dilophosaurus.
There you go. And
I think it's called Dilophosaurus.
It didn't even chase her because the T-Rex was like sleeping in the grass, which I will say, that thing looked sick.
The animation of it was really good.
Yeah.
It looked really, really good.
Yeah, the dinosaurs looked amazing. They looked really good.
They looked good. They looked really, really good. Yeah. So maybe that's why they were trying to keep making these movies, because they know they can keep upping the effects, budgets, and things like that. The dinosaurs looked great. The giant flying one and like the little temple thing was sick looking, you know. But yeah, the dinosaurs look good. They definitely overshadow like the actors. Like the cast is fine, decent. Like there's some decent acting. I thought like the older daughter did really well. I don't know her name. I'll post it right here. I thought she did good. I thought she was one of the better standouts. Even like Scarlett Johansson, I didn't think was really a standout. She was just kind of, I don't know. She was just, I don't know. Like she was like, I couldn't buy her not being, when the doctor is like, oh yeah, we got to give this to everybody, and she's like, well, you need to stop thinking about that. Like I just couldn't really buy that she was selfish like that, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't think she was. Yeah, I don't think she was ever trying to pay her to be like selfish in that scene. I think it was more of like she had this mindset of like, I'm coming here for a purpose, and that's to make money because I'm tired of working like this. So it's like, let me shut him down before I let him get to me type of mind frame. Yeah, let me stay focused on my goal, I guess. Yeah, okay. Because I feel like by that point, they're already in love. They're already in love. You can tell. I think my favorite part of their whole little dynamic is when they're first on the boat, and he's like, "I'll take the shot. I got it." And then she's like, "Oh, okay. Let me show you something." And then walks to the front, and she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Imagine you're sitting here, and the water is hitting your face at something miles per hour." Yeah. She's like, "And this thing, whatever," and he looks up at you, and you're prepared to just, take the shot. She's like, "You got it," and then walks away, and then he turns around. He's like, "Here you go."
And then when she walks away, he does like this cute little smirk. So
Yeah.
I thought that little banter was cute between them.
Yeah, they had like a lot of good screen time that justified probably them falling in love at some point, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I definitely am excited to see where this goes. Hopefully it gets enough momentum. Mm-hmm. I think it's a decent re-entry. It's definitely a much better entry in the Jurassic World franchise than the last movie, Jurassic World Dominion. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, any more other kind of thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, I guess, and I enjoyed it. I enjoy
It's definitely enjoyable.
dinosaurs.
It's a popcorn flick.
Yeah, it's a popcorn flick. I just wish there was more story to it. The ending was good, especially when we thought Kincaid was dead. And how did he not die?
Yeah, how did he actually survive?
How did he survive?
If it was really attracted to the light, he probably could have like distracted it, thrown the flare.
Thrown the flare.
But then he had a flare in his hand, didn't he? At the end.
Yeah, I think he had more than one though. I think he had more than one flare.
They probably just ran out of budget. They're probably just like, we can't keep this dinosaur up on the screen anymore. We gotta find some. Kincaid, you're gonna just dick away from him, and then you're gonna be saved.
Yeah. I thought it was good. The one thing I want to point out that also kind of pissed me off, just a smidge, just like that much, was the scene where the family's on the raft and they're going down the water, and the little girl is trapped under the raft, and the T-Rex is biting the raft, and the raft does not pop.
Yeah, and then it like pops up out of the water again.
Pops up out of the water, and it's perfectly fine, still intact, and
I'm like,
it's good.
If that thing is T-Rex bite proof, find whatever that material is and make your.
I thought that was a little strange. I'm thinking, how did this thing not pop? But like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, or even when it's like his teeth were in like the base part of it, the tarp part, not like the actual like inflatable piece, but it didn't even like rip into it at all. I'm like, dang, whatever this is durable. Make your armor out of this, whatever this material is, because that thing is crazy. Yeah, it was like military grade raft.
Military grade raft. Yeah, I just little scenes like that. I'm just like, that really doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
at all.
I was ever thinking that. I'm like, wait, how's that thing still afloat?
Yeah, and then I think the boat driver guy, Sinclair, I think that was his name.
What boat driver guy? Oh, the French guy?
The French guy, yeah. This dude just gets swallowed whole by the bird. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. It was definitely it was a good kind of bait and switch where you think he's gonna make it up, but then he's like, they're pulling him up, and he's like in
the bird's mouth,
getting pulled up. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. And then, yeah, I don't know, like the Titanosaur scene. Do you think it was worthy of the crescendo of the score?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those things are beautiful. I was like, they did a good job. I think also they did a really good job when thinking about the dinosaurs in place of like the dinosaurs in prior movies. What kind of mutation would fit this animal? You know, I loved the fact that they have like this kind of mohawk thing. Like when it's almost like when like you're with your partner, like an excitement or like a sign of love. You know?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, the tails were sick. I thought they were beautiful. That was like a beautiful scene.
Yeah, it was cool. I don't disagree.
I do think it deserved the score.
And then the kind of the build up of the musical score. Yeah, so that was a lot of thoughts. Any other thoughts? Like, just plot holes, dislikes. Everybody was kind of generic. Everybody was trying to fit in probably like the previous role. Not exactly. We didn't have like... Well, the one dude was like, he said it under Alan Grant, so he was like the Alan Grant stand-in, and then Scarlett Johansson, I guess, was like the Chris Pratt stand-in. And the family...
It's just
I guess was kind of like the family dynamic from like the third one.
Yeah.
Like the kid was missing and they were trying to find him, and I guess it was kind of like that, but instead of them being split up, they were all together. And then like the crew was obviously like kind of just like the generic crew characters. Pretty generic storyline. The pharmaceutical guy was like the lawyer guy in like the first one or whatever it was. So yeah, I mean, the dinosaurs are cool.
I thought the dinosaurs were cool. Like the fact that the T-Rex can swim now.
Well, I think they've always been kind of.
I don't think
amphibious.
They swum like that though. Like if you look,
they got that big tail.
But okay, well, someone let me know because I'm sure one of you will. But it was just cool to see because I don't think we've seen that in a Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, true.
I don't think we've ever seen that. I'm trying to think of anything else we've never.
But it could have also been like part of its mutation or something.
That's what I'm saying. Did they? Obviously, they genetically spliced it with whatever else, And
like the other ones, they were all kind of mix and matching them, Frankenstein them together with other.
Yeah, so I'd love to see
DNA.
like which dinosaurs they put like which that'd be super sick. What the mutation was,
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to know like when they were walking through the river when they like first got to the island, whatever that was in the water. Some people, oh my god, it was just an eel. Chill, really? Eels don't look like that. But I would have loved to see what it was in the water.
Yeah, I agree. It would be cool
Like what kind of animal?
if it popped out or something.
Or sorry, not animal. What is it? An amphibian? What is it?
It would be like probably something that's amphibious.
Okay, let me get my clarification correct.
If it could breathe on land, it's amphibious. But if it's just
Spinosauruses, sick. It's one of our daughter's favorite dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
She loves Spinosauruses. They looked awesome. That thing just straight up came behind that girl and yanked her. Just yoink. She was gone quick too.
Yeah, she probably only had maybe 10 or 15 minutes of screen time, if that.
Yeah, I don't even think I remember her name.
I don't remember either. Tina or Dina or something?
Something, yeah.
Dina is like yelling at her.
She got yoinked real fast. But I will say, yeah, I mean, my only gripe really was that they were able to really maneuver through this forest, especially the crew. The team was able to maneuver through this forest without really any altercations with any bad dinosaurs until they got to, what is the dinosaur's name? What did you say it was?
Which one? The Titanosaur?
The flying one. Is that what it's called?
The pterosaur, I think it was called?
The pterosaur?
No, it's called the Quetzalcoatlus or something.
The Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus. Something like that.
Quetzalcoatlus. That was like the only time they really had a altercation.
A major interaction.
Yeah, but then like the family, the boy is like peeing. Oh, I guess you did see raptors. Raptors were behind the boy when he was going pee.
That was it though.
But it was so funny though when he was going pee and the raptors were like trying to walk up behind him and then the boy like went to go stop and they all like stood still.
Oh yeah, I
like don't move.
Yeah,
that was pretty cute.
Yeah.
And then they got snatched up by a Quetzalcoatlus.
That wasn't the Quetzalcoatlus. That was a
that?
different one. That was like a hybrid
Something
raptor and a pterodactyl.
But it got yoinked up by that and yeah. And then you have Dolores. Dolores is cute. Dolores is a little strange. Dolores freaks me out a little bit. She's like the little triceratops looking dinosaur thingy.
But she's like a triceratops. But
she's like
got
a meerkat.
A body of like a lizard or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but like she acts like a meerkat, like standing. She was like standing on her back legs and she was like eating.
Oh yeah.
She freaked me out just a little bit, but super cute. Super cute. So I was telling Austin, I do think that right there, them hinting that, oh, I'm going to take Dolores home is a way to shoehorn this movie into going further than where it could go. I also told him that I think that they're going to like take the blood from these dinosaurs and someone's going to want it and they're going to like, or something's going to happen with a mutation with humans or they can go so far off the rails with this now that it's crazy.
Yeah, like it would. Yeah, if they really wanted to just like make it go wild, they could
really
like
could.
Human dinosaur hybrids and stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about the D-Rex before we end this video. What are your thoughts on him?
I thought it was crazy. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool that it had like 4 giant legs and then like the 2 little arms. I thought it was kind of funny looking because that means he could like run around and then like grab people.
And if you guys have not seen this dinosaur, Austin will put a picture right here. This thing is ugly.
It's super ugly.
This thing is ugly. It reminds me of like an alien, like alien mixed with the thing at the end of the new Alien that the girl gave birth to, mixed with like I don't even know.
Yeah.
This thing is terrifying looking, and it's huge.
Yeah, it's really giant. It's actually super huge.
I'm like, what were y'all containing this thing in?
Yeah, what were you containing it in? And I did also think that it was kind of comical when he like signals the helicopter and then he's like, hey, helicopter. And then the thing is like eating it, but it makes no sound.
Wait, the helicopter didn't make a sound?
Like, you don't see the helicopter, you don't see it make any sound until it comes out of the smoke and he's like biting it. But you don't hear like the propellers like crinkle, you don't hear like the metal creaking, you don't hear anything. He's like biting a helicopter and you don't hear any sound of it, you know? So I just think it's funny when movies do that. Because movies do that a lot. Mm-hmm. There's a scene in Superman Man of Steel where he like throws a bunch of like logs and like telephone poles into this guy's truck, but you don't see it until he walks out.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't hear any of that. Like that would make a lot of sound, you know? Yeah. And like him grabbing a helicopter, the propellers would like stop running, the rotors would break, like the metal would creak. It would make all this crazy sound, and you would probably think like, oh, that doesn't sound good, versus like, oh, everything's fine, and then it just comes out of the smoke, it's biting it, you know?
Yeah.
So I just thought that was a classic movie thing where they try to bait and switch you, but then but then as soon as you see it, you're like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know?
And then at the end of the movie, they get a boat. They're on a boat. And Austin's like, well, how are they going to get past the Spinosaurus again? Luck.
Yeah. How are they going to get past the Spinosaurus and the Mosasaur? And because they have to go probably the same direction.
Yeah. Pure luck. So, but it doesn't show them making it back to land. So we don't know if they ever do make it back to land.
That is true. What if the next movie literally picks up right where they're at?
Maybe. Oh, and then another thing I noticed that was super gross. When the Sleepy's twitching. He's right
next to you? Oh.
Yeah, he's twitching.
He's twitching?
I was trying to make sure he wasn't biting. When they stop at the river, like in the bad guy, the business owner, got to get the money guy, you know, the billionaire.
Oh, the pharmaceutical guy.
Yeah. Takes his flask, dips it in the water, drinks the water, finds the necklace, looks up, takes the gun.
Oh, is that where it got the gun?
Yeah, he took it out the dead person's hand.
From that other chopper?
From the carcass. But obviously the carcass is dripping stuff into the water.
That creek bed.
And he still is drinking it. So that's gross.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it's running water.
It's running water. It's not stagnant.
But that's still that's disgusting.
True. Yeah, but you gotta drink. You're in the rainforest, man. It's humid. You gotta drink something.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting. So all in all, that was like our quick little debriefing of Jurassic World Rebirth. Is there any last?
I don't think I have any other thoughts. I mean, I thought that he got bit in half pretty brutal.
Yeah.
By that giant thing, the D-Rex.
Just a coincidence that just the arm was left with the case on it. Just a coincidence.
Yeah, good thing they didn't eat the whole case or something. Yeah.
Just a coincidence.
That'd be ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, do you think that the scene with the Quetzalcoatlus was like overly manufactured tension where it's like, okay, we got to get the sample, and it's like bouncing around and it falls off the thing, and then I got the sample and I accidentally shoot it off the thing, and then it's like, but then it falls down obviously, and it like the little parachute drops it down. But I kind of felt like it maybe dragged a little bit in that scene where it's like, oh, I got to get the thing, oh, now it's bouncing over here, oh, I got to go get it, now it's bouncing over here.
No, you know what it reminds me of? Emperor's New Groove. With the potion.
Oh, where it's like falling on like the exact ledge. See, there you go. That's one of the little takeaway scenes. I could put
that is literally what that reminds me of.
I'll put some screenshots because it literally, like falls on like the perfect little ledge of the little temple, right?
That's what it reminded me of.
That's actually, see, there you go.
Oh my god.
You're so clever.
Whatever. I don't think it dragged. I don't know.
You don't think it was like too long of a scene?
No. I think that was probably maybe one of my other favorite scenes. Just because I am an anxious person. But I do like movies that spike my anxiety.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. That's why we go to movies.
And that just whole situation spiked my anxiety a lot, because I'm like, oh my god, they're up really high. Is he gonna fall? Is he gonna die? Is he gonna live? Is the bird gonna get him? Is the bird gonna take the egg? Or are they gonna lose the blood, the samples? What's gonna happen? You know?
Yeah, true.
Is he gonna fall? Is he gonna make it? Are they going to be able to find a sample? Or are they going to realize, oh my god, we lost a sample. Now we have to get the sample from something else. Someone have to go back up there to another egg and get more sample. I don't know. So many questions.
Another funny thing that I thought was super funny was when at the very beginning where they're putting the ropes and stuff together at the scene with the egg, Duncan, I think his name is Duncan Kincaid, I think was his full name. Yeah, Duncan, he finds like the little like staircase that goes down.
Oh, right? Yeah.
The guy falls down, and as soon as he gets like up out of the water, Krebs, or whoever, the pharmaceutical guy, Krebs, and Duncan are like right there like, hey, what's up, buddy? Like, dude, like you didn't just run down like 20,000 flight of stairs.
Yeah, and what happened to the quokka koalas? You know what I'm trying to say.
It was fed. It wasn't hungry no more. The egg was back in its thing. It didn't have a threat to its babies anymore, I guess. I don't know, because it was gone. It was pretty much gone.
It was gone. Another interesting thing, too, is when they were on the boat and Henry was saying, they're like, oh, look at Spinosaurus. And like, oh, yeah, Spinosaurus hunt for the Mosasaurus. But I'm like, why wouldn't the Mosasaurus just eat the Spinosaurus?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. It's kind of like the similar aspect of like sharks. Mm-hmm. But then there's like the little fish that like swim like behind the sharks to like gather the little bits that the shark doesn't eat. You know, so it could be like that. Maybe the Spinosaurus maybe help corral it, and the Mosasaurus eats it, and they eat the bits left over, or something like that. Maybe. You know, but yeah, it's a ecosystem, man. There's a dinosaur world. They probably it's been 5 years. That's long enough for them to cohabitate.
How did they all get over there?
They just migrated, I guess. They probably just migrated to a warmer climate.
But okay, let me not go there.
A natural animal instinct will tell you that you can't survive here, and you got to try to find something where you can't survive.
Across the ocean?
I guess.
How did the dinosaurs swim across the ocean? The dinosaurs that can't swim.
How did the Titanosaurs get down there? But did they also just Did they breed and start living from like the beginning where that lab was?
Maybe.
You know? Did they just kind of break out and, you know, Dr. Ian Malcolm, he says, life finds a way. Life will break free. Something like that.
All right. That's about it, guys. I'm just kidding.
That's a lot of thoughts. That's a lot of good thoughts. So we can go into our rating out of 10.
Okay.
You want to call it?
Ready, set, go. 7.5.
Dude!
Nice.
Dude, I love it when we have the same ratings, man. I think it's so awesome. I was literally thinking, I was making this. I was like, I'll probably get like a 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5. It's like a C. It's like a C plus. It's like a C. It's like an average movie. It's like nothing too wild about it, nothing too great about it, but nothing that's like overly like bad or upsetting about it from following in the footsteps of the previous Jurassic World movies, Jurassic Park movies. So 7.5, man. Yeah. What do you guys rank?
He's so happy about
Dude,
that.
I think it's awesome when we get the same rankings for movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Because it means that we have the similar taste.
No, we don't.
No, we actually don't. There's definitely several times where it's like she thinks it's a 9, I think it's a 5, I think it's a 9, she thinks it's a 4.
Just like, for instance, like Age of Ultron, he disliked Age of Ultron before me. Now he quite enjoys to watch Age of Ultron.
She turned me on to it. It's definitely. I almost think it's
not that bad.
Like, I love Endgame, but I almost feel like it's better than Endgame.
It's not that Age of Ultron's not that bad.
Yeah.
I love Age of Ultron.
Yeah. All right, real quick, we're gonna do a ranking of the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies from 7 to 1, from our least liked movie to our most liked movie, and we're gonna say them at the same time and see where we line up with each other. It'll be fun.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Number 7.
Ready, set, go.
Jurassic World Dominion. Ooh. Lost World? Okay. Number 6.
Ready, set, go.
Jurassic World Fallen
Rebirth.
Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom. Rebirth at number 6? Dang. Okay. Number 5.
Ready, set, go. Jurassic Park.
Lost
Dominion.
World. Oh, you put Dominion at number 5. I put Lost World at number 5. Okay. Number 4.
Ready, set, go.
Jurassic Park 3. Nice. 4th spot, Jurassic Park 3. Number 3.
Ready, set, go. Jurassic
Rebirth.
World.
Oh, okay. I put Rebirth at number 3. Your number 3 was
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. All right. Number 2.
Ready, set, go.
Jurassic
Fallen
World.
Kingdom.
You put Fallen Kingdom really high. The one in the mansion. You like that one? Yeah. Okay. And number 1. Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park. And I'm not going with nostalgia on that one, but it is objectively the best
Yeah.
one. It just is. It's not that it's nostalgia. It just is the best one. It's the best movie of the franchise. And real quick, also, I want to go through the tomatometer scores.
Okay.
We'll go with the first 3. The Jurassic Park, obviously huge scores. Critics score 91%, audience score 91%. The Lost World, Jurassic Park, the second movie, critics score 56% and an audience score 52%, so pretty low. The third Jurassic Park, critics score 49% and a critic score of 37%, which I think is a little bit low. I think Jurassic Park 3 is fine. I think it's overhated. The next 3 in the franchise, Jurassic World with a critic score of 72% and an audience score of 78%, which is really good. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, critic score of 47% and an audience score of 48%. Jurassic World Dominion, 29% critic score and a 77% audience score. I thought audiences didn't like that movie either. I thought everyone was really disappointed.
It's okay.
And finally, Jurassic World Rebirth, critics score 51%, audience score 72%. So, yeah, I think that's like pretty right on target there.
I can agree with that score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, is there any movies on there that you think are like like there's a what's the word? Like they need a higher score or lower score, or like the audience and critics are wrong on any of these?
I think they're perfectly where they need to be.
I think so too. I think yeah. But then again, you're coming off the heels of the first Jurassic Park movie, the next 2, and then like the Fallen Kingdom and Dominion are coming off the heels of Jurassic World, which is like actually pretty good. So let's see what happens with Rebirth if
it's gonna shoot up or if it's
reignites the franchise.
Stay there.
What's gonna be the next like subtitle of the movie? Jurassic World Resurrection? Jurassic World Revitalized? Jurassic World Resurgence. Wasn't there already a resurgence? Some kind of a resurgence.
Okay.
Right.
Wrap this up.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here, guys, for us at the Nerd Lounge 2.0. If there's any other thoughts that you guys have about the Jurassic World movies, what's your favorite movie? What would be your ranking of the movie? The question of the day would be, if you could go back in time to the dinosaurs, would you really want to? Or,
Yes.
I would. I would super go back in time. What if it wasn't a guarantee that you would come back?
That's fine. We're gonna die.
Probably a cool way to go out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a cool way to go out.
I meet all my homies in heaven. Hey, how'd you get? You got anybody dinosaur too? Girl, me too. You know, we'll chop it up about it. We'll talk about the experience and everything.
Chop it up. So yeah. Oh, would you recommend it in theaters?
For this movie, I would say yeah. Because the details to the dinosaurs is great. The scenery of it is great. The sound design is great. The dinosaurs are loud. They sound great. Well, the D-Rex. I would recommend it in theaters.
I would recommend it in theaters too. It was a decent experience. The sound is cool. Just being in there like a big dark theater with the sound and the giant screen and the dinosaurs running around. It was cool. It was actually a pretty good experience. But we had like these people behind us who brought like 4-year-olds to this movie, which I thought was hilarious, and they were pushing in the back of my chair and pulling on it and leaning it back. So what kind of dinosaur is that?
Unfortunately, I had to watch the movie in a very peculiar
Daddy's the dinosaur.
way. I had to like sit up so that my back didn't touch my seat. But I still watched it.
And they're whispering, but they're whispering like, why are we whispering so loud?
Okay, we love you guys so much. We will see you later, and thanks for nerding out with us. And like always,
Stay nerdy.
okay, bye.